Hi, it's Kristen, and in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to analyze and look at the responses of a Google form. So let's go back to our sample form that we created. You'll notice at the top in the new forms, and this change just came out, so if you have an old form, you actually can change it to the new forms to see this view. You have the questions in one tab, and then right next to it you have the responses. Now when I first made the form, there were no responses, but since then I've sent it out and I have 13 responses. So I can click on the response tab, and what's great about the new form is it will give me a summary of each question response. So here you can see that I asked a check question, a checkbox question, so more than one person could respond. So you'll notice that there's 16 responses because they could choose more than one option. But that shows me that pizza was the favorite food of those that responded. And then the next question gives me a pie graph. So this is great. You can use these visuals with students or staff in class or in workshops. And then the last one is how many pets that you have, and that's all broken down. So it gives you the percentage, and then if you hover over the responses, it gives you some details as well. The other cool thing is you can now see individual responses. Now for this form I did not collect names, so I would just scroll through the individual responses, but had I collected names I would get a drop down menu and I could look at all the different responses. You'll notice here as well that you can decide when you want to stop accepting responses. So if you want to close your form, you can do that at any time. You also can choose where else you want to get the responses. So in addition to seeing the summary of responses here, you could have the responses created into a spreadsheet. You can create a new spreadsheet or you can put them into an existing spreadsheet. So in the forms course, you'll learn all about how to manipulate data in a spreadsheet, and that's one of the things that you can do here with Google Forms. And we'll also talk a little bit about some of the cool add-ons for sheets. So I can create a new spreadsheet with all the information here, and then I have it in a spreadsheet format. Another thing that I can do is over here you'll see three dots down, and if you click on that, you can click on this to get an email notification every time somebody responds. You can select the response destination from here instead of from that other menu. You can unlink your form if you have the link out on Twitter but you don't want that to be linked anymore, you can unlink that. Or if you want to use a CSV file, you can download the responses there, or you could print all your responses. If you wanted to reuse a form or a quiz, you could delete all the responses and start over. So lots of different ways to work with the responses and analyze the responses here in Google Forms. Hopefully these videos have showed you how to create, design, send, share, and analyze responses. Look for some additional videos on how to branch out and how to use some of those add-ons.